I'm here with a Shadows over Innistrad sealed league. I figured this would be the best commentary or content I'm going to do if I'm running sealed. Shadow Shield's gotten some dislikes, some likes, but I'm going to see what I can build with this. So, sort by rarity. Two mythic rares, a Mind Rack Demon and a Sigarda Heron's Grace. Both very good for different decks most of the time. Rattle Chains is a fine card. Nephalia Moondrakes, it's not really that great. Inexorable Blob, that's good. Or can be good. It's fine even if it's just a 3-mana 3/3. Drogskull Cavalry is a way to win a game outright. And you play it, and if you can untap with it, that's just the game. You know, you untap next turn, you make 2 spirits, you gain 4 life. Like, okay, I will win that game of attrition probably immediately. And Diregraph Colossus, I had a draft. I think I have made a video of where I showed the potency of that card in draft. Notably, if I am playing like heavy blue, I'm probably going to play the Nephalia Moondrake still. But it's not pulling me like these other ones are. It's just a fine card, is the best way to put it. I'm probably going to end up playing this Three-Winged Gargoyle. It's a low-cost creature that stems aggression and eventually just becomes a fine threat. These are all fine pieces of equipment, but I think you need an incentive to play equipment. You know, if you've got a few Militant Inquisitors and Abyssinian Missionaries is the real reason. Woodland Stream is our only piece of fixing. That's fine. So let's organize these by color, and we're just going to pull all the playables out. Thornhide, Cult of the Waxy Moon, Pack Guardian. Well, I mean, Hellpack Resurgence, but that's notably. I'm gonna pull a lot of like cards I'm gonna deem playable, but if the deck isn't there, like Hellpack Resurgence is bad if I'm not playing like Werewolves the deck. It's okay. Byway Courier is something I'd definitely play. This is a fine card, regardless, as long as there's humans. Another nice thing with Sigarda and Rabid Bite is definitely in. I'm going to put a Fork of the Road in there just to remind me that I have them, but it's not good unless I'm playing Delirium. So, the Mind Rack Demon is definitely then, Duskwatch Recruiter is insane. This is a card you should be playing if you're playing green. And Confront the Unknown is a combat trick, and you're leaving the board for now. I am not a fan of this card, unless you're very aggressive, and even then 5-mana removal. It's situational at best, is, there. This is a fine card for the spells deck. This is a good werewolf. If you can flip this, you're in good shape. Cage Fury, it's a combat trick. This is playable but only in vampires. I don't like this guy so much. I think he's okay. And this is a Vampire's card. This is a fine-ish card. I'd play these Sanguinary Mages and Ember Eye Wolf. Based on what I'm seeing here, I'm probably not going to be in red. Dual Shot's a fine sideboard card. Orchid Necropod. This is a good card. The problem a lot of pros have been saying with black is that there's not a way for them to close the game out. And this is a good way to close the game out. Double Throttle, that's appealing. Accursed Witch, a good card. It basically is going to trade for something and then become a more or less unremovable clock. Like, it's not great, but draining 1 every turn adds up. It does add up pretty quickly. Plus, occasionally, situationally, the being easier to target shows up. Crow of Dark Tidings, I'd play that, especially if I'm playing like Mind Rack Demon. This isn't going to be there, and this is a very aggressive deck. Macabre Waltz is an immediate like. Ghoul Caller's Apprentice, or Accomplice, very good. Sinister Concoction, unconditional removal is always good. Dead Waste, an auto-include, and this is only good in vampires. So I'll bring it in there, but I may not play it. If I'm playing blue, I'm going to be on the Nephalia Moondrakes. This is good in a zombies deck. You're doing like Diregraph Colossus. I play a First Gone Missing. Corpse Trawler, good with zombies. Piece of the puzzle, I'm not playing unless I'm very deep into spells. Niblis of Dusk. Fleeting Memories, no. Vessel of Paramnesia. 3 of them, it's just kind of cold. This is fine if I'm doing the Colossus thing, but this is a very strong magic card. Ongoing investigation. You get to investigate like crazy, gain a bunch of life. I mean, it's strong with like Wrath Moles and the like, but compelling deterrence. Another good zombies card. Emissary of the Sleepless, Silver Strike, Apothecary Guys, Spectral Shepherd, Pious Evangel, Angelic Purge, Vessels of Ephemera, Devil Thorn Fox. So these white cards are good. So I think I'm probably just not going to be playing red. I think I'm going to be playing some flavor of the Abzan colors, but I could see blue-white spirits being a thing. So I'm gonna look to my Sigarda first, and we're gonna see how a green-white humans spirits deck looks. It's got 2 big bombs at the top. The curve topping off at 5 is nice too. There's that. Notably, I've got 3 flip cards. That's actually, I've got 3 flip cards, but only 2 of them will trigger the Cult of the Waxing Moon. It's only there as a 5/4, basically just analogous to the Thornhide Wolves. For removal, I've got Silver Strike, a pair of Angelic Purges. Howlpack Resurgence is in my deck, so each wolf creature is a wolf or a werewolf. So that gives me like what, 1, 2, potentially 3 off that, 4. Like this isn't very good. I probably wouldn't be playing this. Rabbit Bite is good. These are like creatures, really. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to, put them in here because they're really, Vessel of Ephemera is just like spirits. It turns out Delirium, which I don't think there's a single card in this deck that cares about Delirium. Oh, I wouldn't play this Fork in the Road either. What would I do? I could play this Woodland Stream, and actually I would play the Fork in the Road if I played Woodland Stream and I splashed like probably an ongoing investigation actually. This is probably a deck I would play. There are more humans, I think, and Veteran Cathar by itself is a fine card. It's just the 2-mana 2/2 that can give itself double strike. I can give Duskwatch Recruiter double strike before it flips on my upkeep, or just give it double strike itself. It could give the Pious Evangel double strike, the Byway Courier, the Cult of the Waxing Moon, notably the biggest one, and the tokens that our friend Sigarda makes. So I think this is a fine deck. I think I'd be splashing blue. So I'm gonna just label this one as Bant Sigarda deck, and I'm going to make a new deck. Save and continue. Oh, I'm sorry, cancel. Let's add basics to this first. 8/7, so 8 green, 8 white, 2 blue. Seems correct. Well, 3 blue really. Combine the groups. So this is a deck I would do. I'm gonna save and continue. I'm going to cancel that. Actually, I want to copy this. So I would also play a version without the splash whatsoever. I'd cut this island, I'd cut this, and I would cut the Fork in the Road. I'd pull in like a Confront the Unknown, Cathar's Companion. Actually, either Cathar's Companion or an Expose Evil. That's what, 15, 7 is. I need 2 lands. Yeah, 1 more card. I'd probably play Confront the Unknown, yeah, and like either an Equestrian Skill. That's kind of expensive. I'd probably play this Expose Evil, and just do a bit more of the traditional like beatdown thing. I think this is a fine card or fine deck too. It's got. You should probably play a True Faith Senator over a or was it? expose evil. Save that deck. You know, there's no combos with it, but I've got a decent chunk of flyers here. Flying Vigilance is great. So that's a deck I'd play also if I liked the general game plan of my deck, but I was convinced that the blue splash was making it a little clunky. You know, I just want to press my attack a little bit more. Now we're gonna try a black deck. That's next. So Morkut, Necropod, Throttle, Mindwreck Demon, Cursed Witch, Colossus, Double Crow, Dark Tidings, Macabre Waltz, Ghoulcaller's Apprentice, Sinister Concoction, Deadweight. So these are the playable black cards I have. This may not make it if there are no zombies. Otherwise, it's a 3-mana 2/2. A foil 3-mana 2/2, which looks pretty, but I've got literally no zombie. Oh, these Crow Dark Tidings, actually. That helps a bit. I mean, there's no white zombies, I can tell you that. And I don't think there are any green zombies based on what I saw. So we're gonna try black-green first, I think, just to see what we're sitting at. Because I think black-green Delirium is a fine deck. Touchwood Recruiter. So I'm off by a few. You got this. You got like a Seneschure. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't need to bother with the. Just run double fork in the road. 15 creatures, 8 others. Group creatures separately. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removal spells. A way to recur creatures and an easy way to turn on Delirium. I've got enchantment, instant sorcery, artifact, creature, land. No easy way to sacrifice my lands, but I can discard them to Macabre Waltz or Sinister Concoction. Easy way to turn on Delirium, which it's really only good for making my friends the Mindwreck Demon and the Inexorable Blob good. There's no where's it called? Non-human creature. So Cursed Witch will not trigger anything. That's just synergizes with the Duskwatch Recruiter. But Cult of the Waxing Moon in this deck is basically just a 5-mana 5/4, which is a fine card in this format. It trades pretty much with anything. Notably, the thing I really wish Green had in this set or this pool is I would really like a Kessig Dire Swine, because that is like full stop like the biggest thing, pretty much. I mean, this Morkut Necropod helps, and you know, having actual, you know, unconditional removal is good. Same with the Angelic Purchase and the white decks, but I think this is a deck worth considering as well. So I'm going to add basics to it. Let's see, I like this forest. Put this forest in there, but 9/8. That's fair. I think there's more early green, and you know, the getting Fork of the Road Enable lets you get your black anyway. So I'm gonna label that green black. Delirium removal. Save it. So that's the deck I'd play. I'd like to look at white black as well. Gargoyle, Morkut, Throttle, Mindwreck Witch, Crow, Colossus, Waltz, Deadweight. So they're all very strong cards. Play this. Purge, Vessel. Vessel. I don't know if I put in there. I've forgotten. That's a bad card. Like Devil, Thorn Fox, or Chaplain's Blessing, if I needed it, which you do not. So this is a bit more of a consistent curve. It's like more of a curve than like. Save and continue. That's fine. Like this is a bit, you know, broken up. 2 is heavy, 3 is lighter than that, 4 is small, then it ramps up 5, 6. Same with this and this. These kind of, they group in on 2, they're playing a 3, 4 goes low, but 5 is more common. This deck is much more of a true curve here. 1, 2, 3 is the dense area. 4, 5, 6. That's a consideration to make that this curve's a little bit easier to hit. 1 through 4 are easy to get in your typical game of limited. 5 through 7 is where the problems tend to arise. Sometimes you only get your 5th mana on turn 6 or turn 7. That's not uncommon. 7 mana, it's like turn 11 or 12 that you reliably hit that. I think a card like this is so brokenly powerful, especially when I'm playing like Double Vessel of Ephemera, Spectral Shepherd, Apothecary Geist, Emissary of the Sleepless. Like this even synergizes well within within its own color. But this is a very strong deck, I think. The only problem is that it is incredibly removal dense, right? That's not a problem per se, but it's glittering creatures, allegedly. To realize, of course, though, these Vessels of Ephemera, they count as creatures. So really, it's a 15 creature deck. Or at least I treat them as creatures. Creatures that enable Delirium, which helps the Mind Rack Demon. There's a good spread for it here: double enchantment, sorceries, instants, creatures, artifact creatures, and lands. Angelic Purge helps with that whole business too, because you get to sacrifice things. Morkut Necropot helps with that because you sacrifice things. So all in all, I think this is a fine deck as well. White, black, removal, spirits. I guess flyers, removal deck. Yeah, I mean, this is something I'm happy to play. I think this is a quite a strong sealed pool, honestly, which helps. So I've got white-green, I've got white-black, green-white in two flavors. I'd like to look at blue-white. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the blue I've got going on here, but I think there's some Spirits synergies I've got, and blue is the other half of the Spirits tribe, notably. So your Nephalia Moondrakes. I'm just gonna grab all the things I like. Memories, Vessels. I'm not playing those. Rattle Chains, Ongoing Investigation. Just put these in the deck. It looks like the blue is a little just too light. For creatures separately, right? We got Ongoing Investigation and go missing. Yeah, these count as creatures, so it's more like 15 creatures already. But like the 3-drop slots that are light, like you'd probably have to play like the Catherine's Companion as a thing to do. You'd be playing, this would probably be a 18-land deck. You'd probably be playing Woodland Stream like Forest Sigarda. You want the flyers, honestly. So this is a deck I would build as well. As it stands, combine groups. So Forest, so you got 2 Sigarda sources. And notably, it also helps with your Ongoing Investigation. I think this is fine-ish, but I think this is actually just a tier or 2 below the other ones. Blue-white flying is fine, but like if you're playing green, like the Bant deck I did, you're playing the green. You've got access to the Forking Road, which helps you set up your splash at the island. That's a big deal. So I mean, this is a deck I'm gonna put it in there as an option, but I don't think I'm gonna be running this for the actual the tournament, the league. So one last deck I wanted to try, because this was a series of synergies I noticed as well, is blue black zombies. Seagrass Scob. So I'm gonna play these. Rattle Chain is fine. Ongoing Investigation. These Homunculi. Compelling Difference. Play this. Pair of these. This. this. So the first thing I notice is there are more labels. Black is a little bit deeper than white. The second thing I notice is this is like mono 2 drops. I'm probably kind of prefer to homunculus in that case. So this is, what do we have for removal? We've got a pair of, you got this 3, 4, and then like a time walk effect or a time up effect. So you got some recursion. You've got 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 zombie making creatures. Killing this. So the Diagraph Colossus gets bigger. It's not like the draft deck I did, which is way more zombies. But this plays some flyers, plays some big things, some removal, some zombie synergies, and it just kind of beats it in the air, gets big, plays one of these larger threats here. Gives your team flying or something like that. So this is a deck. I'm not terribly enamored with it. It's better than this blue-white deck I just built. But I don't think, like, zombies isn't a heavily supported tribe in this format. However, Diagraph Colossus is such a big payoff that it matters. And this is the one that truly enables it. Like the green-black deck, the Double Crow of Dark Tidings makes it easier. Same with the white-black deck. But this is actually going deeper on those synergies. It means you're a bit more all in on the Diagraph Colossus. But the nice thing is that I love this card on the grounds that if you cast it early or you cast it late, it's good. There are games where it's more important to cast it early, and you just make it little armies. The game progresses. Like Crow of Dark Tidings, bam. I've just made a whole board state. Just immediately. I've got a 2/1 on the battlefield, a 2/2, and a tap 2/2. And then there are games where you Crow Dark Tidings through your deck, double times. You got those in there, both your Seagroth Scobs and like the Lamplighter, and you just come in and you just play this behemoth. And you're 6/6 Diagraph Colossus or whatever. So I like this as well. I'm gonna just build this. I'm gonna save it. I'm not sure which deck I'm going to run into the sealed league yet. I'm thinking it's between. I think I'm going to start with one of the Sigarda decks. So I'm thinking either this one or this one. One of the white decks. Sorry. I think I like one of these decks. White-black traditionally not very good in this format, but I think in this case I like this. I like this. This is another very strong option. These are probably one of the threes. I think I'm going to be running one of those. Not sure which one yet. I'll be sure to tell you at the start of the first round video I do which one I've chosen. If I chose the green, white, splashing blue, or the green, white in general, the white, black, or green, black. I think these first four are a category above the last two. But there are matchups I could envision myself wanting to play this more, where they got lots of like slow, dirtily ground creatures. It's like an incomplete Delirium deck with lots of like Mold Grass Scavengers and stuff. It's like, okay, I've got a bunch of flyers in between these two decks, and they just kind of like poke them in the air, make some big thing, get around their Delirium synergies. This might be better than that still, but yes, I like what I did here. I think I think the nice thing about sealed leagues is you have infinite time, is you can explore all these possibilities. When I was doing the Phantom Swiss sealed queues, I wasn't sure what I wanted to be doing. 100% of the time, this lets me go through every possibility much more in depth. Think things through. If there's a deck you think I've missed, please let me know. I'd like to hear opinions. I'm somewhat new to this format. You know, Shadows has been out for a couple weeks now, but haven't as much time to play the limited formats. And I've been doing a bit more draft since been hearing that that's a hoot. I've enjoyed it. You know, I did a few videos on it, but I wanted to get more bang for my buck here, and this is, you know, a 10 video series because this is like a 9-match league. So yeah, let me know what you think about my decks. If there's something I'm clearly missing, you know, Ethereal Guidance is some secret bomb I don't know about, that kind of thing. Yeah. So I'll see you guys in round 1.